May I come, sir?
Yes.
Good evening, sir.
Very good evening. Please sit down.
Thank you.
What's your good name?
Sir, my name is Shivin.
Okay. Shivin, introduce yourself.
Sir, my name is Shivin. I belong to Shamli district of Uttar Pradesh, from where I have completed my schooling. And I have completed my graduation from Kirodimal College, Delhi University in BSc Honours Physics, sir. Since my childhood, sir, I have always been part of extracurricular activities like Scouts and Guides, various sports like volleyball and taekwondo. And so regarding my work experience, I have worked as Assistant Director in Sport Authority of India, and currently I am undergoing training program in DANIP services, sir.
And how are you finding the training of DANIPS?
Sir, it is very good. It focus on our life skills as well as physical activities, sir.
Okay, and it's very hectic also, right?
Yes, sir.
What is the daily schedule there
Sir,
on the working days?
We wake up at 4:30. Then there is a roll call at 5:30, and since 6 our PT start, and 6 to 7:30 it's PT, and then it is parade till 9. Then 10 to 3 it's classes, and after 3:30 it is 4:30 there are again parade and PT and sports.
Now tell me that the policing is changing its shape from a physical exercise more to forensic based and evidence based. Tell me why it is so significant, or why that such much physical exercise is required during training.
Sir, I feel there are two benefits for it. One being, as a police personnel, one must be active in its lifestyle, and secondly, it is related to we due to physical training we are able to handle stress also. When we are pushed to the limits and then we complete the task, then in the life also when there are challenges in the policing, we also overcome those challenges, sir.
Okay, so for that you are being trained in physical
Yes, sir.
activities.
So it makes us little bit rough and tough, the physical training.
Okay. And what about that scientific training which is required?
Yes, sir. Sir, due to the complexity of crime, sir, I think it is the most important part, apart from the physical training, the forensic science, so that we can investigate and come to the conclusion with more number of cases. So I think that is more required now, sir. The forensic science and the cyber security part, sir.
Other than your present DANIPS, you have other working experience?
Yes, sir. I worked as Assistant Director in Sport Authority of India, sir.
That was also selected through the interview of UPSC?
Yes, sir.
What is the status of sports in general in the country?
Sir, as part of the organization, I felt that, sir, on certain level, on the upper level, it is performing good as compared to its past. But when it's come to the ground level, sir, except Haryana and Maharashtra, there are barring examples that we don't feel the grassroots sports is that much flourishing in India, sir. So as we have 14 priority sports, so infrastructure, facilities, coaches are being provided those 14 sports mainly. The other sports like volleyball, taekwondo, those are being neglected by the authorities itself, sir. And secondly, sir, federational issues are much prominent there, sir. Federation are not working efficiently. There are political issues or cases of sexual harassment against the personnel in federation.
What happened to that case in which an Haryana wrestler or the chief of the wrestling was in news because of cases against him, and these wrestlers were protesting in Delhi?
Yes. Sir, currently the case is being investigated. There is a committee set up by the ministry. That committee is investigating those allegations made by the wrestlers, sir. So currently it is not in any conclusion. One vice secretary has been sacked by the ministry, sir.
Tell me, what is the status of public transport in India?
Sir, in general, public in terms of state connectivity, in mainly in urban areas. So, sir, we can divide it into two parts, sir. One is public transport in urban areas, that is more efficient in terms of metro, buses and all. When it comes to the rural areas, mainly state to state or district headquarter connectivity is more, while last mile connectivity is highly lacking in public transport, sir. So they have to rely either on the private transport or other means of transport, sir.
And how can we improve it?
Sir, there is one scheme, sir, I remember, that is NRLM, National Rural Livelihood Mission. That is also having one component to provide support to the private person or the female, so that they can increase the transportation in those rural areas, sir.
Also, there is one scheme, Pradhan Mantri Gramin Sadak Yojana.
Yes, sir. PMGSY is also there. Yes, sir.
That
That is
is-
working efficiently, sir.
That is working efficiently. You have seen
Yes, sir.
the increase in the connectivity through that scheme?
Sir, for my example, sir, in Shamli, there is, as compared to last 10 years, the road culture and the expressway culture is increasing too much. The rural Gram Sadak as well as the national highway is all over. Now it's like a net around the Shamli, sir.
So this also creates concretization of the cities. How can we balance that, whether more concretization is required or less concretization is required? What is that parameter?
Sir, as currently we are going more on the economic side, so I think, sir, the need of the people in the short term is more on the concretization side, while we can have sustainable usage, like we can use fly ash in that, so that even we are concretizing it, the environmental impact is lessened, sir.
Okay. So what is happening in there is very good news that in 2023 India is becoming the head of or chair of our SEO also and G20 also.
Yes.
But we see very less news for SEO. We are majorly focusing upon G20. Why?
Sir, I'm not very sure about the reasons, but as sir, there are some challenges in SEO, being the China side or the Pakistan side. I think that can be the reason of not becoming it more publicized. While in case of G20, India first time is organizing this event in the country, so that is being more focused, as global economic challenges are higher at this point of time. So India want to lead in that front to remove those global economic challenges, sir.
Tell me, what are the objectives of G20?
Sir.
Broad objectives.
So the major objective is to ensure financial stability in the world, sir. So secondly, to increase trade and investment, sir.
So if it is related to economic objectives, why we are discussing war in G20 meetings?
Sir, the Russia-Ukraine war mainly is being discussed because of its global implication on the economic side, sir. It has disrupted the supply chain. Secondly, it has increased the energy prices. So those all have impacted the economic cycle of the country. The growth has reduced and inflation is on the rise. So that's why we are discussing this, sir.
Okay, good. Tell me, on the one side, we are criticizing Russia for starting the Russia-Ukraine war.
Yes.
And we have put certain countries put sanctions against Russia.
Yes.
But on the other side, Russia is now heading the UNSC chair. So how these two ironical things happening at the same time? What is your take on that?
Sir, can I take a moment to recollect my
Yes,
thoughts?
please.
Sir, while sanctions are imposed against Russia, but the impacts of those are very limited because the dependence on the energy needs of the West countries as well as India or other countries are high on Russia in terms of gas as well as oil. So the economic sanctions had limited impact. But sir, in my opinion, the chair should not have been headed by Russia itself, because currently the war is going on and there is no resolution have taken place till now, sir.
But that UNSC itself is not a kind of body which is speaking about the power equations in the world right now.
Yes, sir.
So in that sense, by that same logic, then UNSC also should be abandoned.
Sir, in my opinion, it should be more reformed. It should be now representing the present realities, like more.
But it's not representing, right?
Yes,
What
sir,
is
it's
the
not
solution?
representing truly, sir.
Then what is the solution?
Sir, increasing the permanent membership to more countries, like giving it to India, or to increasing the representation of South Asian countries and African countries, or the global South in general, because those having the largest populations, but those are neglected. Those are not having say in UNSC, sir.
Tell me, what is the nutritional status of your district?
Sir, I'm not very sure about the exact nutritional status, sir, but being the...
Okay, first tell me in general about your district, and then we'll go into nutrition.
Okay, sir. Shamli is the western part of Western Uttar Pradesh, the most western district of Uttar Pradesh, sir. In the economic side, it has agricultural dominance in terms of wheat, sugarcane, as well as rice. So, sir, it is very close to the Yamuna itself, sir. In terms of its connectivities, it is well connected to the areas like Delhi, Panipat, and Karnal. They are very nearby areas, sir. And on the soil factor side, sir, it has good soil. that's why alluvial soil, and that's why the agriculture production is on the higher side, sir.
Other than this,
Sir, on the social front, sir, while literacy rate is very low in Shamli, sir, as compared to national as well as state average, sex ratio is also low, sir, and there are some negative crime rate is higher, sir, in Shamli, sir.
why crime rate is high?
Sir, one being proximity to Yamuna itself, sir. There used to be sand mafias, so sand minings and all those create strife between the groups. So that activity is there. And secondly, sir, I can think of is lack of enforcement of law itself, sir. So proper policing is not done in that area. So I think those were the reason. But in the recent past, it has reduced to a great extent because presence of dial 112 has increased, so there is a deterrence among people, so they are now refraining from crimes, and due to rise of economic activities as well, the focus of people has now shifted towards economic activity.
Anything else which you want to share with us, Shivin?
No, sir.